Hey everyone, Jess, we're here from the Great and we're back to a new Simpsons review. And if you all didn't see the last one, go and check it out. And this is another good episode. Again, all the episodes of season 4 have been good. Which again, we are 4 episodes left of season 4 before we get to season 5. And this episode is So It's Come to This, a Simpsons Clip S, which this is about Homer going into a coma and actually showing clips from past episodes. Which it is April Fool's. Bart thinks he's blind, but it's just duct tape on his face, which Homer's pulling an April Fool's on him. Then he drinks milk, which he says that Homer said that he put the milk near the fireplace for weeks or months, and yeah, he's saying they're just saying of how they could prank one another and stuff, and yeah, what Marge did, and Marge pouring out some old milk. And Lisa's telling the story, or they're wanting to tell the story of how April Fool's came to be. Which, yeah, but Lisa says that she was telling the story, so that was Homer telling the story. So, Bart is wondering of how he's going to prank Homer, which he needs the weakness, which the only weakness to Homer is the beer. So he starts shaking it. It's going to explode. He tries to get Homer to go and get a beer, which he turns up the monitor. So he goes to get it. An explosion happens. And the whole roof of their house explodes. The policemen are wondering, and he says just ignore it. But when they figure out that it's beer, he's like he's going to run on foot there, which ended up in the hospital, pretty much saying that Homer will never be able to walk again, pretty much. Which the family say that he's okay, and they talk about how that blast caused some serious damage and stuff, and of course, how he has, head damage and stuff, and we see from past episodes where he gets hit in the head. And, of course, other things too. Which, again, I like how they're showing different clips from past episodes. And, of course, they say the guy that basically was doing the work on Santa's Little Helper that's actually there. And Homer is in the bed, and they say that Lisa was saying, remember when they got lost in the forest? Which we say when they were lost in the forest that time. And then with the aliens. And then a random thing with the Itchy and Scratchy. And then Moe and Barney come. Moe tries to cheer him up with beer, but he's like, get it away from me. Because again, that's what caused him. Barney just breaks a window, and Moe's like, he really needs to get a girlfriend. And Marge is reminding Homer how, remember when their marriage was in a situation, and when she went back to Homer in that one episode in season 1, and saying that he's going to go into his car with Marge and he won't be back in for 10 minutes. And the doctors are trying to get Homer to walk, but he says that he can't. So he sees the candy machine, then the chocolate, and he remembers, we see the clip from the chocolate, the land of chocolate. So he starts walking, going to the candy machine. The candy gets stuck. He starts beating on it and kicking it. It falls on top of him. He falls, and he ends up in a coma. Yeah, he's pretty much in a coma. His dad comes, tries to beat him with a chair, and they're wondering what he's now, which, when he was sleeping, pretty much, wishing that he was asleep. Mr. Burns comes, and the guy that did the open heart surgery on Homer, and Marge is wondering what did Homer ever do to Mr. Burns to cause him much pain? And we see when Homer was asking for money for Santa's Little Helper's surgery. And then we see Marge's ex-boyfriend come and explain this thing, which said that they couldn't find any subjects. Lisa's remembering the time of how Homer stuck up with her, and she's playing her saxophone. Bart comes saying that he's been, of course, a bad kid, which again we see that Indiana Jones reference that we saw at the beginning of that one episode, and saying that he got Homer mad several times. And, of course, getting picked, and how he's always Homer stuck up to him and showed him how to save. And then he eventually says that basically it was his fault. He's the one that did the prank. And Homer comes out of the coma and starts choking Bart. Which he's out of the coma, they all celebrate. And it's actually not April Fool's anymore. It's May. Homer's been in that coma for months now. 7 weeks at that. 7 weeks at that. And Homer lost 5% of his brain, pretty much. So yeah, a real great episode. I loved I always like when cartoons show flashbacks of past clips from certain episodes. Always loved that. Remember, again, lots of shows do that. But yeah, I liked how they did an episode like this. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and catch y'all next one.